What is up, YouTube? It's A&D Anime Reactions here, Daquan.
I'm Alexander.
And today we're watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes episode 7. So we got a chance to get 2 episodes, kind of get into the lore of Stain, the hero killer, which originally he was Stain, the criminal killer, and found out that the fact he didn't have a nose was self-inflicted. Oddly enough, dude actually snipped it off.
He is Stain, the nose remover.
Yes. Dude had a psychotic break after Knuckle Duster dusted his face and broke his mask. So it must
and his nose.
Possibly his nose is right why he just cut it off. Mm-hmm. And dude went full ham, wiping blood all over the place, starting to get mad at fake heroes.
Stabbing Queen Bee.
Yeah, stabbing Queen Bee in the eye. Dude's been just going diabolical, stabbing people in the eye for the last 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. And it did not stop at Queen Bee. It stopped at Queen Bee. So dude was just wilding. Mm-hmm. But I think it was really cool. It was really well played out. It was really grimy, really gritty, really dark, really convincing. Mm-hmm. Left us feeling a little bit dirty after watching the last episode.
Not a little bit. Deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah, so it shows that they did a really good job with the episode, with really kind of like diving into and really immersing us into Stain's backstory. Oddly enough, didn't expect that, but that's what we wanted to be getting. Mm-hmm. But seeing why that the reason why vigilantism probably not the best thing, because you have people exacting on their own idea of justice and judgment, where some people can be rehabilitated. Stain was just like, nah, you're not needed for existence. We'll just murk you off. Mm-hmm. So nice guy, Kinoichi or Koichi?
Call him the Crawler.
The Crawler. The Crawler has got a chance to see some of the darker sides of things. We'll see how that changes him. Mm-hmm. And progresses him any. Mm-hmm. And apparently Koichi was the one who actually saved Pop Step when she was drowning in one of the little waterways in the prefecture. And that's why he didn't go the hero course. And she's trying to like let him know that little boy was the little girl. Mm-hmm. And she keeps getting flustered. So it'll be interesting to see if she ever reveals that to him. They probably won't, but
it is interesting that she gets flustered that easily, though, because like she is a pop idol and she wears an outfit like that. You would think she would at least be able to fake confidence like a mother ever.
Yeah, but I think Knuckle Duster brought this up where he says some people truly become a different person with the mask on. Yeah. And so when she puts on her mask for her to be a pop idol, she becomes a new person. Because she's very bubbly, very like high energy, entertaining, but when she's in her normal clothes and her normal frumpy hair, she's like a normal girl where she's like, I'm a performer in my outfit. So I think she kind of embodies that. When she puts her mask on, she puts on a new identity.
She loses the tsundere and becomes full dairy.
Which is weird because like she tried to like make a comment on Koichi saying when he puts on his hoodie, all the fear melts away. She puts on the hoodie and she's like, if only it was that simple.
But it is, evidently, because you are faking it until you're making it. Mm-hmm. At least I think pretty successfully so far, judging by how popular your performances are. Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny that she does gorilla performances, which means she illegally throws them. Mm-hmm. Does that mean she randomly shows up and just starts singing?
I think so.
I don't know why. That's just humorous. Like random hero death now.
Pop-up concerts.
It's like a random hero death now, which is Pop Step.
So yeah, so I think they have a lot of things to kind of like flesh out right now. It's kind of cool. So I don't think if Stain's going to come back, we'll see. But
he can't. This was backstory for the people who watched My Hero. Like, there is no reason to bring him back because, like, frankly, Stain can't lose against them. Mm-hmm. And also, his lethality is a bit maybe against Knuckle Duster that he could hold his own, but he is way too deadly for Pop Step and for Koichi.
Yeah.
He's too much of an actual villain threat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this unfolds. We'll see what Queen Bee does, because even though staying through a knife in her eye, one of her bees stopped it. So we'll see what that turns into, and what her part-time villainry leads to with the trigger.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's get you guys looking at what we're looking at, and let's get to watching. They are.
Nice.
That's me, Koichi Himawari, hero by night, college student by day.
Next week, you can expect a quiz on what we've been studying lately, namely Chapter 3. Everyone be sure to review. That's all for today.
History class? Modern history.
My day job's been eating my time, which is a little rough, or a lot rough.
Hey, hey! You mind?
Please, feel free.
Cute.
Nice to meet ya. I saw you from across the room and wondered what book's been taking up so much time.
Oh, this one?
Hero sociology's kind of dense. That's the one the professor wrote. Guess you're studying for the test? It's a good book, but it's written a little slop.
I'm confused.
I think that's just the...
No, that isn't the confusing part. The confusing part is the fact that, what is she up to?
I don't know. She's cute, so no questions asked. I'll wait until she tips her hand.
Yet, with Theogonia, the monk.
She doesn't sound deceptive. She seems genuinely intrigued. So, I'll see.
Okay.
The clubmate who's studying for the test? It's a good book, but it's written a little sloppy. You're best off finding a clubmate who passed the class and copying their notes.
Yeah, if I had a club, that'd be a great idea.
I see. A loner.
You caught me. I'm a loner.
You should try fixing that.
She has a big head.
Can't argue with you there.
Well, how about this? You can let me take care of you.
Huh?
I'm taking Ardo's seminar.
Oh, careful, Makoto. Didn't know you had that cougar in you, girl. You know.
I should introduce...
That's funny. This won't end well, but I wanted to.
Hey, Koichi, as a fellow guy who likes older women, take her down.
No, I mean, given this show's track record, there's no way this will work.
Well, we'll see. Tame the
Wait.
kitty, make her purr.
A freshman in the you know.
Oh, I should introduce myself.
Koichi Himawari, freshman in the sociology department, also known as the creeper of the East Naruhata ruins.
All right, now I'm creeped out. Now I need to know your MO.
Taming.
Now I need to know her MO.
Taming. I bet you that's where it's going.
We'll see.
Oh, didn't know that was still a thing.
Just so happens I'm looking for a fella who knows that area and wouldn't mind showing a lady around town. So hey. Of course, I'm not asking something for nothing here. I help with your schoolwork, and you help me. Call it a little tit for tat.
Oh.
Skip.
I can accept that. It's just an exchange.
That's fair.
Much more reasonable, much more comfortable now. Professional.
A person engaged in a specific activity as a main occupation rather than as a pastime. So I guess you can be a professional Yu-Gi-Oh player.
I mean, there are professional Yu-Gi-Oh players. Just,
So I mean, this right here is a pastime.
yes, this is the pastime. Until this becomes our main income, it's a pastime.
I don't know if it ever will be, but okay.
Exactly. I'm not saying it will be. I'm saying until it becomes our main occupation, this is a pastime
Okay.
or a side job, or however you want to address it. Episode 7, Makato, Truth.
He has AC.
Nice.
Why are you in my house? Again.
There's no way they got away with calling this whole place a pet house. A realtor must have totally pulled a fast one on you.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Pop out.
There's nowhere to hide in there.
Give me 1 sec to clean up. I wasn't expecting company.
Now, what kind of things could a boy not want a young lady to see?
Another young lady who's a minor. Hiding in your room.
Oh, jeez. Pop, come on. Clean up after yourself. Oh, crap. Can't leave that out. I'd be in a whole mess of trouble if any strangers found out my secret identity.
How are things going in there?
Almost done. Sorry to make you wait. Oh, I almost missed the beer. Gotta hide that too.
Is she big bad?
Okay, let's focus on your situation first. You mind if I take a look at your course schedule? First, we'll sort your classes into 3 categories. Nothing matters but the final exam.
Glare.
As long as into 3 categories.
Glare.
Exam, assignments are everything, and it classes into 3 categories. Nothing matters but the final exam. Assignments are everything, and as long as you show up. I can get you the lecture notes and past exam questions for the first 2, but you should be careful to not let your attendance dip for the 3rd.
I really appreciate the help.
Next, let's take a look at hero sociology. I'll bring up those notes later. But while I'm here, we might as well review the stuff the upcoming test is going to cover. You're on chapter 3, right?
Yeah.
Chapter 3 of Intro to Hero Sociology. Friction between vigilantism and the hero licensing system.
Huh.
Well, that's appropriate. First, speaking purely academically, vigilantism is a system by which civilians seek to keep the peace during times of social disorder. By their nature, these groups tend to be transitional, and as society stabilizes, they usually get absorbed into official systems, or face elimination. Now we're into some topics you might remember from high school. You recall the advent of the extraordinary and the birth of heroes?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I learned about them in modern history. What were they?
When humans first started being born with quirks, it brought about a period of severe societal disorder. In response to that problem, some ordinary citizens became vigilantes, hoping to use their quirks to help enforce public order. Afterward, laws were passed governing common use of quirks, and the vigilantes gained an official legal basis for their work as heroes.
Yeah, I knew that. Definitely.
Or that's what they teach you in school.
So it's not true?
All right, time for a quiz. Can you tell me where in the world I'd need to look to find the first hero licensing system?
Hang on. Somewhere in America?
Yeah, the state of Rhode Island.
Huh.
Back then, there were 189 vigilantes under the purview of the legislation.
Okay, that's funny.
It's like Ant-Man, Robin, and some other people.
It's like 2 Robins, and that's probably meant to be either Yellow Jacket or Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like Loki, a little bit. This is a very different art style.
Yes. DC Comics style.
There were 189 vigilantes under the purview of the legislation known as the Rhode Island New State Statute. And of those 189, how many do you think were approved to become official heroes?
10.
What? Right, I get it. Guess they wouldn't all make the cut. Some people don't feel like heroes even if they mean well. Let's say about half of them?
Not quite half. The actual answer is 7.
I was close.
The majority of those vigilantes would go on to be classified as villains. The vigilantes won public support and became the first heroes. That notion gained public traction.
It's so surreal seeing this like very DC art style.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Duster is very much also DC coded, but compared to Koichi and this girl, who are have so much a significantly stronger anime art style to it, it just it's making the class even harder.
Traction, and there certainly is a support and became the first heroes. That notion gained public traction, and there certainly is a degree of truth to it. But according to some, the hero licensing system had one goal: not to promote heroes, but to define what makes a villain and lock them up. control of quirks. And much to the chagrin of many, the labels would often feel arbitrary. Those deemed villains would quickly have their freedoms limited. These laws are controversial to this day, with detractors stating that their right to bear arms is being infringed upon, as well as their sense of self-determination.
That makes sense to be a very much American idea.
Simply put,
Yeah.
the age-old question.
I wouldn't imagine that in other countries.
This brewed political mistrust. Simply put, the age-old question, who watches the watchman? A spirit of vigilantism gave rise to today's hero licensing system, but now you could say they're diametrically opposed, despite those groups. So, for our thesis, vigilantism, aka private justice, is the origin of today's hero-based public justice system. Yet they clash as each side monitors the other. At least
Why is she so mad?
Probably because she's a pretty girl and she has his attention.
But she's teaching him.
I know, but still, envy isn't rational.
Some envy is rational.
Some of it isn't, like this case.
She's big mad. Like, I know she's big mad for no reason. Takes me back to my college days.
Which ones?
All of them.
Who was envious of you in college?
No, I was talking about just like the tutoring side, not the envy.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Not the envy portion. Just the tutoring sections.
Tutoring jutsu.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who's envious of me. Big mad.
Chapter 3's conclusion.
She's still wearing the hoodie.
You should pass. And review the pages I tagged.
Wow, I can't thank you enough.
Now, an extra question to keep you on your toes. So, when those laws
Personal
went
bubble.
into effect, what
Back
do you
up.
think was the time to keep you on your toes? So, when those laws went into effect, what do you think was the deciding factor that divvied people up into hero and villain camps?
Well, I don't think I know that one.
Quirk aggressiveness. Because remember, a lot of villains are considered villains just because their quirks are seen as problematic. Like Toga was given distrust because her quirk was based on blood drinking.
Well, that was distrust. It's not a villain. She became a villain.
I think supposedly that's why she was pushed that way.
Yeah, she was supposed to become a villain, but it still doesn't define what the villain was, the deciding factor.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the deciding factor that it was uncanny. What was the deciding factor? I would say whoever the government deems to be heroes. Realistically. Because I think it's a governmental assessment. As we think about the hero licensing exam, let's think about it. What are the three things they test for? Rescue, reduced collateral damage.
And also popularity.
Well, that's in terms of ranking. But
Yeah.
for the licensing exam, they also did... They have combat.
Yeah, they had some combat, but rescuing was given a higher priority.
Yeah. So, I think it'll be a level of restraint, following an ability to follow laws as they are, versus taking justice into their own hands.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe that's what it is. Ability to follow law.
Because what Aizawa said was that heroes don't go too far.
Yeah.
They're able to contain the situation without going too far. Heroes never kill, which we know is not the case. But yeah, so in Nagant, right?
Yeah.
So we know that's not the case, but that's what the forward-facing information is. So I'll go with that.
Okay.
We're both probably wrong, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I know that one. I suppose following the law?
Oh, how cute. I'm afraid the answer is a secret.
Oh, come on. That's not something I could just write down on a test.
Whoopsie, sorry. You don't need to know that one for the test. That's from my own independent study. And if you want the answer, then you're gonna have to scratch my back, too. You don't mind helping me out, right?
Oh, you bet. I'd be happy to lend a
Why don't you work for Queen Bee?
I'm able to, but I don't really know how useful I'd be.
Don't you worry. You know the Naruhata Vigilantes on the news? I'm going to do some field research on them. A modern vigilante is like a living fossil placed at our doorstep. By studying them, I hope to gain new perspective on how the hero system became what it is today.
She's a research student. Okay, so she's a nerd.
My paper.
Stamp of approval.
Okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. So like, I've heard they've been doing a lot of work to keep the streets safe. So I don't think you'd have any problems trying to talk to those guys. But still, it sounds like they're constantly dealing with villains. So be careful. I don't want you caught in that.
I've got nothing to worry about with my trusty bodyguard.
Me?
Bye. See you at 10 a.m. Saturday in front of the train station.
She sure knows how to be persuasive. She has me in a bit of a tight spot. Gotta find a way to fool her safely. I get to see her Saturday.
She comes out looking like a gremlin.
Yep. Oh no. Yep, sister.
Welcome home.
Appreciate it.
It's been a while, Mr. Inspector.
Oh, she's the husband, the wife of the. Oh snap! That is crazy. She's trying to set him up.
Oh no.
Oh snap!
Wait, they have the same last name?
Yes, I think so. Tsukuichi.
Home.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yep. So they're either married or siblings.
Or that's his daughter.
Or, yeah, that's also an option too.
Married sibling. Those are two very different relationships. I'm assuming they're married though, because she's a welcome home in a much more like cheerful and informal way. So I doubt that's the parental relationship.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it could either be, like I said, the sibling one or the marriage one. I'm leaning more towards the marriage one because he's coming in with a hat and
The hat off.
yeah.
Poor Koichi.
It's been a while, Mr. Inspector.
Looks like you're busy. Writing a paper for class?
Yeah, I'm gathering some data right now. Oh yeah, you could help. Aren't you in charge of work-related crimes at work? Got any juicy deets to share with your little sister?
Siblings, you're right.
Talk about those things with
Yep. That means she's at least probably his age. Not his age, but she's probably, okay, we got the impression that she
Plus
was
or minus
actually,
5 years. So it means, because he's obviously not that old yet. Because he's still not even that old when he's talking to All Might and My Hero.
yeah. So I'm assuming she probably is a college student, so because she just said getting girl, so I'm guessing that meant like she's probably a senior, and then he's probably
Or she could be a grad student.
yeah, one of the two.
Like a master's student or something like that.
Either
23,
or,
24.
either or is an option. That's still roughly like only a couple years older than him, maybe 5 at most. So still within that range.
Yeah.
But yeah, but okay. Interesting.
But surely you can. Your little sister?
You know I can't talk about those things with you.
Fine. But surely you can score me an interview with some big shot. I'll bet your job gives you some pull with All Might. Okay, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Hey, Makoto. Some brotherly advice. Heroes are one thing, but don't go running up to a villain and ask for an interview. They're criminals through and through, and you shouldn't get involved.
I don't know. Seems narrow-minded to condemn the offender rather than the offense. Heroes and villains do the same things. And some say the law draws a sketchy line. A stance that I happen to be in agreement with.
I'm not debating this with you right now. I know you're better with words. But whatever the rationale, they think it's fine as long as they don't cross the line. And before long, they've stumbled so far over the line they can't see it anymore. First a victim, then an offender.
And I'll be sure to think on that. In short, just don't go too far.
That's not what I was getting at. What I meant to say was you shouldn't go looking for danger.
Where's that floozy get off? She can't just barge in here because she owns the place.
You do it all the time.
So there it is. She's threatened by her.
Oh my goodness. Little girl. You have no chance.
I would hope you have no chance. Kendrick, come up here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Somebody's home.
Yeah.
Don't you think she was acting shameless?
Whatever you say.
He's still smiling. He's like, I'm just thinking about my college baddie.
Yeah.
So first up, I approach my opponent while mixing in a few feints. Then I stretch my leg to trip them. If they dodge and it looks like they're getting ready to turn around and give chase, I come
Nut
to
punch.
halt and try to sweep their feet. Then if they get cautious and stay still, I escape without turning away.
Sure, that works. Hard to read your slide and glide moves in the first place. Toss in those foot sweeps to keep your opponent busy, and your average person will be sure to struggle. I like the transition to escape, too. Yeah, good work, kid.
Oh.
Dude's jacked.
I know. You can even see it right here. The heavier dark lines versus his later dark lines.
That's true. Yeah, that's very, very, very true. And that's the first time I actually noticed that Koichi has brown hair.
Yeah. It's...
Look at the highlights on the edges.
I know. Yeah, I see that. I was looking more at the background, too, for a second. It almost looks traced in a way.
I don't know what you mean by that.
As in, like, it looks very realistic. I wouldn't be surprised if it's traced a little bit. Which is fine if it is. That's not a big a deal. Backgrounds are backgrounds, as long as you give proper credit.
Yeah, good work, kid.
Is that all? Annoy then run.
Cool, weirdo.
It trips up the enemy, keeps him safe. It's a decent strategy.
It's fine. She's been in a bad mood the past few days. See, thing is,
What? Investigating vigilantes?
yeah, I agreed to help an upperclassman at my college with her research. Just happened.
That's dangerous. Be careful. Can't let a third party figure out who we are. Else we'll have a whole slew of cops and villains alike at our door.
Right, I'd like to avoid that.
How stupid can you be?
Well, there's always ways to silence people if we think
Oh, I won't let it come to that. No violence, please.
Sure, I'll let you handle it this time. But don't mix professional and personal life.
I agree.
To be clear, am I supposed to be which?
Figure it out.
Hey, hey! Thanks for coming out. Glad to see ya.
Look at her all professional.
Right?
What's up with those eyes, mister? Is there something on my face?
No, sorry. You look great. Really.
Top step.
Average at best. Oh,
The average at best.
Media. I managed to find a few places people have reported seeing them often. I think maybe we should start our search there for now.
Sure. So, what's the plan? Any chance we're lucky enough to see them?
Meeting up with them firsthand would certainly be ideal, but I'm not expecting to score that big. I want to see how the general public views them. Same reason I mentioned before. I want to know what the factor was that divided pro heroes from villains back when the system first launched.
Right. The very thing you said you'd teach me about next time.
You got it. I doubt it was the law, or even morality. If you ask me, it came down to popularity.
What?
No, that's what you did say.
Think it came down to that?
Since quirks vary so wildly in power, there are pretty hard limits to how well a uniform set of rules can govern them. Ultimately, you have to rely on trust and let the user discern what's right. Take the hero ranking system. It's largely a popularity contest. That was even more obvious at the start, back before legislation had caught up.
Ooh.
What I'm hoping to find out is this.
Oh, damn. They look menacing.
Yeah, but nice guy does look a little bit sus. He got that tuned up a little too high for my liking.
He is very sus looking. Middle and Knuckle Duster isn't that different?
So you see him with his devil horns?
I did not see the devil horns. Her wings are too big.
Oh, they'll be more functional probably that way.
Well, they definitely are.
And they aged up a little bit.
Yeah. My quirk is Flap Flap.
Not to be confused with Fat Fat.
No.
Maricotta vigilantes, who could be called primitive heroes, being received by the general populace in the areas they defend. If we can nail that down, we'll learn more about the fundamentals of superpowered society and modern heroes.
That makes sense. It's a fascinating topic. For no reason, I'd like to know too. Are they, like, popular?
Well, let's do some interviews and find out. You'll be the camera.
You're out of here.
Talking vigilantes? Oh, you mean those unlicensed heroes around here? Must be talking about guys like the Crueler. Crueler's great. Also kinda, you know. Upset though, she's an online idol who performs in the street. Well, lately she's been keeping those streets safe for us too. I hope more than anything that she's safe out there. But it is nice seeing her in public. We're big fans. Always, forever. But there's bad ones too. The freaky fist grandpa.
Cooler's probably a creep. Betcha he looks up girls' skirts as he slides by.
Was that boy's name Cooler? He returned my purse when I dropped it. Such a sweetheart. If only he didn't look like a little...
Nah, guys like that only help people out so no one suspects what they're getting up to.
That was a sus. The animators are sus for that one.
Yeah.
See, sus.
Yeah. That is such a sus.
Stop putting sus things on the screen.
I didn't mean to go back there, you know.
Right.
Yes, right.
Right.
Gotta kill her, but
It's about time. She should graduate from the level of amateur singing and head for the big leagues. After all, what people really want from Bowers nowadays is a coming-of-age story. So I don't think that she should be flaunting her body like that. Rather, she'd only listen to me.
Apparently there's a dangerous geezer attacking people. Scary.
folks who get into fistfights with villains? Oh, please. There's no way. Fake news for sure.
Heard something about an older kid from my school. Apparently, he was punched to death by Freaky Fist Grandpa. Look, it's all true.
Aggregating what people like about Hopstep gives us her butt. She's cute. The freaky fist grandpa. I don't know.
Her butt was the number one thing. That is crazy.
I mean, you saw her shake it.
Now, what do most people recognize? She's a minor.
I know.
Bruh.
It's unfortunate. If only she was aged up more, then it would be less creepy. And also, her jealousy of the older Frenchman would be less.
Yes.
Like, hey, maybe you have a chance. I can get on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. For freaky fist grandpa, I don't know. He's scary, dangerous. For the crueler, we've got creepy. He's nice but creepy. Seems cool but creepy. Weird and creepy. That's a rough summary of what I've heard.
Guess a lot of people must think he's creepy.
In daylight? There he goes! He said it's a soccer robbery! He travels with a cloud! Truly an all-star player in the world of thievery! But wait! Why is he dribbling in the first place? And why does the penguin look out to go with it? Our thief, Emperor Yatsura. Work, soccer.
What is with the HHHs?
I don't know.
But damn, having soccer as a quirk.
Weird AF.
I'll be the next football star.
How did you even discover that's your quirk?
What I want to know is who names the quirks? Did they deliberately choose to name his quirk soccer, or was it medically assigned to him? Look, can you imagine? Ma'am, your baby's quirk is playing soccer.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
If his quirk is him playing soccer, he doesn't need to steal. He could be a world-renowned football star and be richer than Messi.
I know.
Dude could be so rich just by playing soccer,
Yeah.
especially if it's just a quirk.
Waste.
Our thief, Emperor Yatsura.
I'm pretty sure she staged that so she can get him to act like a vigilante.
Father getting changed?
Oh, hey, Pop.
Isn't this good? If her laptop gets stolen, she'll learn her lesson and leave us alone.
I can't just turn my back like that. Besides, I understand the crawler's identity needs to remain a secret, but I could show off a bit.
Awesome, but why do you have to show off in front of her?
You're right. It's jealousy. It's envy.
Here we go. I'm the guy who caught up with the thief, the crawler. Let's test it. My high-speed double sweep. He kept dribbling while he dodged. Okay then, I'll give some space for now.
Emperor shot.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Up, laptop's about to fall. Ooh, nice save.
Stay down. Huh? You're not gonna throw this shit on you? Whoa, come on, guys. You can stop any time now. Let's just even
So he's a heteromorph and soccer is his quirk?
So evidently, in the My Hero world, you can inherit heteromorph quirks without the actual quirk itself. It's why Dark Shadow has a bird head, unrelated to Dark Shadow.
Okay.
It's also why, like, the animal speak guy looks so weird. But the quirk is speaking of animals. It's just, you can just inherit the appearance. Inherit the appearance, and that's it.
Okay.
Pardon me. They have my laptop. Please let me through. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, went too fast and fell down trying to get it back.
You're the one who caught that guy?
No, you know those vigilantes that you've been gathering data on? One of them rushed in as fast as can be. And honestly, he didn't strike me as creepy at all. Come on, the crawler didn't actually do anything this time.
Catch you next time, you two!
Thanks for your help, boys. And thanks to you too, Koichi. I got some excellent data from all this.
Totally.
I wish I could have been there.
She's real mad.
Vigilantes like you.
She better stop frowning. Because your face will get stuck that way.
I was gonna say that.
It's not going to be good for her idol image.
Yep. Definitely horrible for it. I'm reminded of the Scary Godmother cartoon series where Sid was eventually his face gets stuck in the grin. Like,
I don't remember that.
no.
Did. But hey, there's always next time.
What do you mean next time?
Oh, just remember, I have a question for you. If you would entertain me.
Yeah?
The truth is, you're the crueler, aren't you?
Hakuto Sukauchi. Quirk
Oh, that's a cool quirk.
contact in order to function. With her power, she always knows if someone's telling the truth.
Damn!
No, I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh! Technicality! Oh my goodness, that is too funny. He is not the crueler. He is the crawler.
Exactly.
That is too wild. Oh, that is so crazy. Too bad she didn't think to follow up with like, "Are you a vigilante?" If you just asked that question, that would have been better.
Okay.
But then he can't say no. But you're the crueler. You used the wrong name.
Yeah. Still a lot of fun.
Having trouble with that paper from before?
Something like that. I suppose I could make it halfway decent with the data I've already acquired.
Halfway's not enough for you.
You're right. It needs some punch. I thought I had my hands on something great. Maybe I've lost my touch.
So I wonder if her brother has that type of quirk then. I always thought he was just quirkless.
He might be.
Get it together. Quit messing around. Doesn't take it seriously. Too lazy. Together. Quit messing around. Opinions on the crueler. Get it together. Quit messing around. Doesn't take it seriously. Too lazy.
You found yourself one
opinions on pop step, but can't sing, booty, got a killer butt. Ignore it. Who are these guys? It's not like I'm gonna accept this nickname anyway. They've gotta stop calling me the Cruller. Is the Crawler hard to say? I'm not Miss Cruller.
Why do you think you need to send your complaints my way?
So, an interesting side character.
Yes.
It's kind of a shame that she is like that instead of just someone who could be a genuine friend.
Yeah. No, it was a fun episode, though. That was fun. Kind of seeing... I guess it's not far-fetched to get, like, a polygraph quirk. Surprised she's not more in law enforcement. She's doing this more so as, like, a investigative journalist type thing to try to mark out more history and understand culture. And well, she was like a sociologist almost, which is super interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, this was an interesting episode.
More and more characters are being fleshed out.
Yeah, Pop Step being jealous was kind of funny. It's bittersweet, yes, but
I just don't like how they're obviously having that teasing relationship going on with them. When it's like, no, she's a...
well, it's more so on her side. He
know.
obviously is not thinking that.
I know. But the fact that it's being entertained by the author on at least one side, it's kind of...
Well, I guess it's not that far-fetched.
No, it's not far-fetched. I just don't like it.
Yeah, that's
It's like, I can believe it and not like it.
Yeah, because I think back to like the 90s and early 2000s, how people always used to have like, especially the high school girls always try to make this big deal. Say, oh, I date an older guy. He has a car. He has a job. He's not in high school. I date a college kid. I'm just like...
It's believable. That's gross.
Yeah, I would never rush jail. That's not worth it.
Never.
Well, granted, if you want to pull a sister leveling, it's illegal in Japan.
I don't care. Legality doesn't mean morally.
That is true. Oh, goodness gracious.
Still, though, if it's popularity, that probably has something to do with it, because the more popular you are, the more likable you are, the easier it is to get away with what you want to do, and the more the government has as an incentive to reward you.
But then I think about heroes like Orca, Purple Orca, whatever his name is. I think he's Orca.
Yeah, Orca something.
And he looks straight like a villain.
Yeah, he does.
He's like a mob boss. And his henchman looks like mob boss henchman.
I know.
And like, yeah, he's a hero.
I do wonder that, like, and also 13, with the space
looking one.
Yeah, like, they don't, and also Midnight. Midnight has no right being a hero dressed like that.
Well, if they want Mount Lady because of her moon-sized assets, dudes are gonna goon anyway. So
I know they're gonna do it anyway. That doesn't mean they should dress like that.
well, Midnight makes sense because Midnight, that's her power.
Her power is stripping and spraying people with gas,
Yeah, with her pheromones or her smells.
which knocks you out.
Yeah.
It does not require arousal. It isn't Boa Hancock.
True.
She dresses like a stripper because that's her thing. What correction? She dresses like a dominatrix because that is her thing.
Yeah.
She named herself the 18+ hero. I think so. But it's definitely just her thing. Anyway.
I just know that if I was with Midnight, I would sleep good every night.
No.
I would. That's part of her quirk.
Oh, right. I get that. I was thinking innuendo. Anywho.
He had to get his mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. We didn't get much of the part-time billing lady, sadly.
No. She
had
was
a cameo.
Yeah, she had a cameo. But yeah, that was interesting. We'll see if she comes back though. See if the reporter girl comes back, the sister of the cop. I feel like they wouldn't have shown her to be related specifically to that guy, knowing that he's chasing down vigilantes now. Yeah, she's not going to show back up and be useful to him, some shape or form. Mm-hmm. So, intrigued.
I wonder where she will be in the main series if she appeared as a cameo. Because evidently, at the very end of the series, Melissa Shield appeared from the first movie. The blonde girl with no quirk.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
Yes.
She appears at the very end. Let's see. I don't have much else to say. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm excited to see if Koichi actually decides that he really wants to stay a vigilante or really go back to his hero roots. Because he said he already considered being an actual hero. Mm-hmm. And it's not like he failed the test. So I'm wondering if he can figure out, especially after talking to Ingenium, if he could go the actual traditional route.
I feel like if he went to Ingenium said, hey, I'm a vigilante, you know I am, but I want to be a real hero. If he said that, I'm sure Ingenium would help him. Mm-hmm. Whether he is brave enough to say that is the question. Mm-hmm. Because he definitely wants to be an actual hero, because that's why he got so excited by Ingenium's offer. So that's still in him. So he just needs to realize that, oh wait, I think Pop Step's line is going to eventually get to him. Like, he has to know his worth, that he can be a hero too, if this is what he really wants.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he could be one of people if that mattered to him.
You can be hero.
I really want to know what Knuckle Duster's day job is, though. His life. Huh. It probably is something actually mundane. Mm-hmm. But I just want him to be the twist. Like, he has a full happy family, and he just puts people on his off days.
Yes. Hopefully, we get an episode about that though. I'll be intrigued for that day. Day in the life vlog of Knuckle Duster.
Yeah, day in the life, the puncher.
Punch first hero.
The crueler, the puncher, the jumper. Jump, punch, slide.
But yeah, that's all I have to say though. But that definitely is going to be interesting. They give us a day in the life of Knuckle Duster outside of his vigilante work. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
well,
go ahead.
All right, well, guys, we're wrapping this up. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're here this long, what are you doing? Subscribe. And then, of course, comment down below. We read all of the comments. And I reply to almost all the comments. So if there's anything we missed or anything that's interesting, please comment it down below. And if you want to support us even more, hop into our Patreon until we get to 1,000 subscribers. We'll have an incredible deal that will continue for as long as you have that Patreon access, where we get access to exclusive videos, where we do like nostalgic shows that we used to watch right now, which is Digimon Frontier. Also shows that we have reacted to, but it's going to be on Patreon first before it comes out to YouTube. In addition to getting access to our exclusive Discord, where you'll be able to have direct access to us, to chat with us and talk anime, as well as interact with us when we're doing these recording sessions, where you can give us input, feedback, and also suggest new animes you want us to watch. But from that, as always, we love hanging out with you guys, and hopefully we get a chance to see you at the next hangout session. Peace.
Well,